Okay, so now that everyone is here, again, if you missed my first memo, we are going to do a strength section. So if you have access to either a band or any light weights, like what Leslie has, we're each going to do the section with one of the other. So then hopefully you can have something for yourself as well. If you don't have light weights, you could always grab soup cans, water bottles, anything just to give you a little extra resistance, okay? All right, so then to start, I think I've met all of you, but my name is Corey. I'm a physical therapist with UCSD. And then today we have Leslie, and she's an occupational therapist with UCSD. And we are going to do our virtual exercise class with you. So we're going to start with a warm up, and then we're going to go into our strength section. And then we're going to go into some upper body, kind of fine motor exercises. So we're going to do a lot of different ones today. And to start, we are going to start with our warm up. All of these exercises can be done either sitting or standing. I will be standing doing the exercises. Leslie will be sitting. So depending on where you're exercising, just follow whichever one of us. They will look very similar, just in the different positions. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to start. I'm going to get my timer going for our warm-up. All right, so we're going to start, and we're just going to start marching. Nice big marches, and then as you're marching, I want you to work on bringing those arms up over your head and down. So trying to keep everything going at one time. And again, we're going for 45 seconds of work, and then we'll take 30 seconds to rest in between. Reach up high, try to keep your head up and your chest up. If this is difficult for your balance, you can kind of hang on to your chair with one hand and then switch. Okay, so we're going to take a rest. And now we're going to move into our next one. So we're going to try to do a heel tap, kind of kicking forward. And as you kick forward, I want you to bring those hands together. We'll go out, clap. Okay, so that's how we'll start in about 10 seconds. We're going to repeat this whole series twice. So if it's a little confusing the first time around, we'll be able to try it again. Okay, here we go. And the biggest thing with our warm-up is you kind of want to go as fast as you feel you can. Just to get your heart rate up.
No.
Halfway through. All right, take a rest break. Again, 30 seconds. Our next one is we're going to try to cross your foot over. So kind of like a cross step here. And as you're crossing over, we're going to also cross with our hand, our same hand. And then you'll come back, cross, reach. Okay, so it's going to look like that. All right, we'll start back up in about 4 seconds. All right, here we go. Again, 45 seconds of work. Halfway through. Okay, take a rest break. And the next one we're going to do is you're going to work on high knees. So again, that march, we're going to try to go a little bit higher. And then we're going to clap up at the top over our head. If you are sitting like Leslie, you can see she's doing a forward kick out instead of that high knee march, okay? So just changing the balance demands a little bit from sitting to standing. All right, here we go. So go. Make sure you have good upright posture. Your head is up, your chest is up. Halfway through.
Estabas acá, igual, estabas mirando el teléfono y todo.
All right, take a rest. The next one we're going to do is going to involve a little bit of brain power because I want you to march, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hand clap on your thighs. Okay, so kind of that reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you got to remember where we're at. Okay, so we're going to start back up. Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop counting. Halfway there.
Marching.
All right, take a rest. And then our last exercise is a variation of a jumping jack. So I want you to step out and then back in, and then we're going to be raising our opposite hand from our foot. Okay? And then we'll already be done with round 1. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2. All right, here we go. Out. Halfway through. Okay, let's rest. So we're going to rest for a minute, and then we're going to start back up and do those same 6 exercises and just repeat them again. Take some nice deep breaths. Get a drink of water if you need to, whatever you need to do in this minute to get ready for our next set of exercises. And this time, now that you're familiar with the exercises, you can challenge yourself to maybe move a little bit faster to try to get your heart rate up a little bit more on this second round. All right, we're going to start back up in about 15 seconds, and we're going to start with that march. And then as you're marching, you're trying to bring those arms up and down. Okay? All right, here we go. 45 seconds. Nice and big with those arms.
Ah, no me acuerdo nada, cualquier cosa.
Way through.
No puedo hacer estas cosas.
All right, and rest, and then we're going to move into our taps with our forward clap. So remember, oops, like that. Start back up again in 15. All right, here we go. Halfway through. All right, take a rest. Our next exercise is that cross body, where we're kind of tapping and reaching across our body, coming back, tap, reach across. Okay. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit breathy, your heart rate's getting up there because you're moving a little bit faster.
Buenos speakers esta cosa, ¿eh?
All right, here we go. Back and forth. Gotta get a little rotation.
Halfway there.
Halfway through.
Esta es la de Lisa Sol. UCSD. First choose second master.
All right, take a rest break, and then we're gonna move into our high knees, where we're marching and then reaching up over our head with that clap. And challenging your balance, getting your heart rate up. If you are sitting, you can either do the march or the kick.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go again. So march.
Yo tengo equilibrio. Pues tomamos unos cortillos y yo tengo equilibrio.
Keep your head up, keep your chest up.
Puedes hacer sentado también.
Halfway through. All right, take a rest. Our next one are those marching where we're counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that hand slap. Let's lead this time with your left leg first. So left will be going 1, 2, 3, 4, just to change it up a little. All right. And maybe try to move a little faster this time. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm done counting. You got to make sure you're counting for yourself. Halfway through.
Three, two.
All right, good job. Take a little rest break, and then we're going to finish with our step jacks. Oh, we're doing opposite. So out with one foot, reach with the opposite. Okay? And if you are late to joining us or just joining us, please reminder, just mute your screens so we can't hear you. Okay. Last exercise. Try to move quickly, get your heart rate up. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
When we use worker, it's the activity is so it's not like a basic for us, but still like how to apply this. Open it, and if you see
Halfway through.
they're gonna just
Oh, they're going to eat.
eat it from back.
Oh,
You
okay.
let it be.
Oh, okay.
And any issues?
So I put it inside.
Yeah, you can put it inside. Do you have any?
Because outside, I think it's going to be wet.
Yeah, you can put it whatever you.
All right, very good. Our warm up
Oh,
is complete.
don't call me.
Okay, so if you were late to joining us and you didn't hear my memo, our next section is going to be a strength section. So if you have access to a rubber exercise band or any other sort of resistance band, I want you to grab it for this one. Or if you have a set of light hand weights or hand weights that you're used to doing your arm exercises with, usually maybe like 1 to 3 pounds, grab those. If you don't have any of those things handy, you can get soup cans, water bottles, anything like that, just to give you an extra set of resistance, okay? Okay, so most of you, if this is not your first class, you're familiar with the power moves. We use them for a lot of different things, and today we're going to do them while we work on strengthening for our posture and our upper body. So the first one, the power up, you still start with your feet nice and wide apart to give you a good base, and you're going to do a little mini squat, knee bend, reach forward, and as you come up, you're going to try to pull that band or bring your shoulders apart with your hand weights, okay? We're going to do 10 of those, and then we'll switch to the next one. We're going to try to get through 3 rounds, so then you get all of your strengthening done for today. Okay, so here we go. Squat and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. And we'll let our arms rest a second. I did forget to mention, if you are using a band, I just have it wrapped around my hands as an anchor, but you can just hold on to the ends or the tails so you have a good anchor. Okay, so the next one is the rock. So for this one, you're gonna hold one side down and we're gonna go up and across your body like so. And let's do 10 on one hand and then 10 on the other. Okay, so we're not gonna switch back and forth. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and you can kind of have your hand 4 and a neutral position, 5, or whatever feels good on that shoulder, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll rest. and we'll switch. So anchoring with the opposite hand and pulling with the other. Just my hand hold here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And hopefully you can already feel it in your shoulders. I know I can feel it in mine. Okay, the next one is a twist. This will look a little bit different. You're going to pull your band apart or hold your hand weights apart, and we're going to have an isometric hold out, and then we're going to rotate and come back and rotate. Okay, so we'll count that as 1. And then go. There you go. 2. Don't want to do too many examples. All of us will be tired. 3, 4. Keep your chest up and your head up. 5. And that band pulled tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Again, you should hopefully feel this in your shoulders. Okay, so for our step, we're actually going to work on, instead of stepping sideways and pulling out, because we already did a variation of that, I want you to anchor your band kind of near your chest, and you're going to step forward and punch that band out forward at the same time. So again, from the side, I'm stepping out, and then I'm punching out with that same side. Okay, we're going to try to do 10 on one side and then switch and do 10 on the other. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we're going to switch.
Cuando vine acá tenía internet.
1,
Agarro la internet de acá, no sé de dónde saca paso y todo, porque
3, 4,
no, se ve que toman
5,
settings y son
6,
transportables.
7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Good.
Siempre
We'll let your
tienes que tener
shoulders
ese
rest a
feeling,
second,
con
and
ese
then we're going to
feeling,
try to repeat that again
4:28.
2 more times. Take a minute or so.
Sí. Sí, yo pienso que
More just for the recording. All right, so we're going to do our next round. So again, it's that power up. So we're going to pull the band tight across our chest after we do a squat. 10 of them. Here we go. So down, up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. And we'll move into our rock after a second. This is that one where we're going up, pulling on a diagonal. We'll do 10 on one side and then switch and do 10 on the other. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. And then we're going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay. Reset my band. The next one is that twist. So we're just going to hold our band or your weights out to the side and try to keep it open as we rotate. And you guys should be feeling these in your shoulders particularly. So think about trying to activate those shoulders if you're not feeling it there, and keeping good upright posture. That's what we're trying to exercise. Okay, so let's bring our arm out and then pull out and rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, very good. And then our last is that step. So again, punching forward with that same side stepping forward. We'll do 10 and 10. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, try to keep your band anchored tight to you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then we're going to switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, very good. Take a brief pause in case anyone needs a break or a rest. And we have one more round to go. Yeah, let your hands rest. Give yourself a break. Leslie's demonstrating some finger stretches right now if you need to stretch your fingers.
Larga que es la clase. Estoy acostumbrada a las de 15 minutos. Con razón te da descanso de 1 minuto.
All right, ready? All right, one more round. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, take a brief rest. You're almost done with these. Okay, so now it's the rock. So pulling up and away from you.
El último.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Estás guardada.
9, 10. Okay, and then the other way. 1, 2, 5, 6,
Dejo cerrado eso, pero que más.
7, 8,
No,
9,
ya,
10.
y está abierto.
All right, very good.
Yo no lo cerré.
Next one is that twist. So we're gonna hold our band open and just rotate our upper body. So again, hold that out, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, last one. Okay, so hold it tight and we're punching and stepping forward. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And the other way, last round. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, very good. So you can set your weights down or your resistance bands and just take a breather, get a drink of water. And then Leslie is going to lead us in some, again, hand and kind of like more upper body exercises, okay? You turn yours on, so it's...
Nada, no lo dejé abierto, pero sé que está así un poco chirriado, pero
All right, so we've had a moment to rest. This first exercise, we're going to be doing 4 exercises, and we're going to do them 15 times, and then we're going to go through all 4 of these exercises twice. So the first one should feel pretty good since we were just holding on to a TheraBand or to the hand weights. The first exercise that I want you to do is just wrist rotations. I'm going to leave it up to you to determine which direction you start in. So we're going to start to do 15 and then we'll switch directions. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, rest for a moment, kind of shake it out. All right, so remember which way you went that time. We're going to go the opposite way. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, rest for a moment. I like to shake that out. The next one is called elbow flicks. And what we're trying to do is start with our hands on our shoulders, touching the top of our shoulders. So our elbows are bent and our arms are straight out in front of us. What we're going to do is from the shoulder, it's as if you've got water on your shoulder and you're trying to flick it off. And so you're really using a big hand and finger movement to really flick those fingers. So we're going to start and do 15 of those. Ready? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Right. Okay, the next one is pretty easy. You don't have to have your arms outstretched. You can just keep your hands in front of you. We're going to make the OK sign. We're going to do that on each finger. We're going to go through 3 times. So we're going to start making the traditional OK sign with the index finger and the thumb. And I want to make sure that you've got your other fingers outstretched. So nice big hands. So we're going to start here with index finger, middle finger, ring, pinky. Let's go back to ring, middle, and index. Now middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, and index. Last time through, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, and index. Okay. All right, so the next one is starting with your hands above your head, keeping your feet separated if you're standing up. You're going to start with your hands clasped at the top, and then you're going to swing your arms down by your side in a kind of a rapid motion. Okay, so we're going to do 15 of those. So we'll start here and down, up and back. Good. I think this is 5. Here's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, boom.
Se ve como que tiene esa diversión. Muy bien.
So the intention with that movement, as well as the elbow flicks, is to get some real power behind those movements. Want to really use that muscle strength to make those movements as big as you can. All right, so we're going to start back at the beginning at that nice, gentle set of wrist rotations. So you can start in any direction. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Take a little break. Take it out. All right, let's start back. We're going to go the opposite direction from what you just did. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, shake that out. Make sure that you're breathing. Take a moment to take a deep breath. We're going to do the elbow flicks. So this is the one where your elbows are up kind of towards shoulder height. Your hands are on the top of your shoulders. And you are just going to flick that water off of your shoulder. So we're ready to go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Right. Now we're back to a more gentle move, but remember this one is the making the OK sign with all of your fingers. Your starting point is a nice outstretched hand, really straight fingers. Open that hand as wide as you can. We're going to make the OK sign with the index finger, and then middle, ring, and pinky. Ring, middle, and index. Let's go again. Middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, and index. Last time. Middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, and index. Okay. All right, so the final one is the clap over your head and then the arm swing downward. So again, this is going to be a really forceful move. So when you're starting from up here above your head, again, it's as if you're trying to get something off of your hands. Maybe it's water or that spider web that suddenly appeared in your driveway overnight. So you're just trying to flick it off of your hand. So here we go. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, that's it. Shake out those arms.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. Hopefully you guys feel nice and strong and stretched out.
Muchas gracias, Sonora.
So we will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.